I have returned to you guys. Hello and welcome to some more Akimbo CS2 action. We're going to be getting into that. We're going up against Zomblers tonight, which, by the way, you know, it's 5th time's the charm, right? So we've been trying to have this matchup for a little bit, and there's been some delays, but you know what? It's okay, because we're about to get into this. We're about to have a good time, and we're actually going and doing a dual cast. We have Hoops here, who was here last night, and yeah, we'll be going into this and having a good time together. Technically, he's on the side of Zomblers, and I'll be over here for the side of Akimbo. Hello there, Wick, and hello there, Mike, as well in the chat. So again, it's been long awaited. We've been trying to figure out how we could get this match to happen. It seems like we have. So I saw the W that happened last night. So congratulations there. And also I see Halen, who has joined the team. So see, he did pretty good last night. So let's see what he does tonight as well. Of course, what I like to do? I like to look at some stats real quick if we have a chance. It says we have 3 minutes left, so we'll see if it doesn't start earlier. But definitely getting that W helped out a little bit, getting ahead 5-4. So that's looking good. And now for the side of Zomblers, let's go ahead and check them out. Of course, you know, you preload these pages and you got to reload everything back up. But Zombler has also been doing fairly good this season as well. Currently on a 6-2 and currently on a 3-win streak as well. So definitely been doing good, holding rank 31. And we do have, let's see, 36 for Akimbo. So definitely Zombler looking like they're, you know, kind of priming themselves there. But I would, but I don't have stuff set up for that Wick. I'm just going off of the Faceit profiles for them, for what they've done so far in the league. And yep, it's everybody's looking solid though. Now, as far as the teams go, as far as the matchup here, obviously we have everybody being ranked as far as individuals. We have Weeza up at 37 as the highest. Now, on the other side for Zomblers, we do have some 400s, 700s, just almost into the 900s, a couple 100s. So it's a little bit all over the place, but not too bad. Hello there, Pop. Shave. Well, I already gave it a good trim, though. I had to do my makeup and get it real nice and pretty. Going out of town, but let's see what's going to go on with that. We're going to be having a good time with it, but we're going to be going into the knife, so let's go ahead and hop right in. Alrighty, here we go. Let's go to the hack and slash. They're not even going to wait a second. All right, it looks like it's going to go all the way home for Zomblers. They got pretty much all of that. That was way too fast. And it looks like they may be thinking about it for a second, so we'll see here. But as I mentioned, though, we will be having an extra person coming in here, so we will have a dual cast. And like I said, Hoops is already here. They are resetting, so we're going to go ahead and hop in with Hoops. And let's get it on. So let's go ahead and fly into the game, and let's hop in here with Hoops. All right, here we go. We got the first round, very most important pistol. We must have it. Just gonna wait for Hoops to hop his way, and there he is. Hello there, Hoops. All right. Doing good. Let me just go ahead and make sure we have everything here for you. Let's see.
Of his own also, and a quick extermination of the T side coming out from the CT hold. This A defense rock solid. Taggy with
Yeah, it looks like Zombler is going to be the one to bring it off right off the bat, and let's see how it rolls. That's so Zombler starting it off nice and strong, getting that pistol, and well, Let's see what Akimbo can do. They're going to start off a little bit on the extra fun side with pistols. Looks like we're going to be seeing a grenade bot up, at least something to do some extra damage. But, well, they're going to have to see where they can pull with it.
We'll have to see if they can get anything done. It's looking like mostly just Glocks here. And the CT's making that push up through mid. We're seeing that more and more these days, actually, that CT mid aggression. People are finding a lot of success with it. And as it was just the Glocks, it looks like Akimbo not going to be finding anything. Sam with the MP9 to finish it off. Wants the knife, actually. A bit of BM and Alula. Not going to let that happen.
Oh, no!
Molly, the
No!
1G. Looking for some money with that MP9, but only going to find some hot toes.
Hey, look, you sometimes you just got to heat it up, right? You just got to start it off nice and hot, and then you're ready to go. You got to soak your feet and make sure that you're nice and relaxed. Now, that was a little bit extra toasty, but you know what? It's going to be rifles now, and so rolling in here for Akimbo. They got all the AKs they can want. They've got some extra utility in their pocket, and so let's see what they can do with it. And also, as well, for Zomblers, they got basically everything they can possibly want as well.
And look again, more CT mid aggression, same as last round, even though they're pushing into the rifles. And the peek out from Cajun, absolutely disgusting getting that kill. Sam with another one in this rifle round for Akimbo, falling to parts so fast. Has Sam with a second. Heiza not going to be able to trade out, but that's a 2v4 for Zomblers.
Yeah, Drew able to at least get one, so able to open it up a little bit, but Cajun here is low, so there is some opportunity here if they allow him to go out and be, you know, a bit of the glass cannon, but they have to kind of make something happen here. They're hanging out behind the boxes, trying to be sneaky, a little bit of util coming through, but everything is just basically just smoked off constantly. Sam's going to be pushing up in here. They do get the tag, but not the kill. Sam's able to come out, but Drew saves the day. At least he's able to grab one, but it's now still a 1v3.
And Sam somehow getting hit through the smoke, still coming out of it and getting a kill. I'm sure that's his third on the round. Having a wonderful one here in the third round of the half. The rifle round coming out from Akimbo and not doing much. It's just a lone terrorist stuck in the mid site by himself. Drew, he was absolutely disgusting yesterday, but 22 HP in a dream, not going to happen. Sam with a fourth.
Yeah, Sam I Am is definitely doing fantastic for himself, pulling it up. But we will probably see, I mean, there's a little bit of money here, but definitely just worth, you know, saving it, staying on the pistol, seeing what they could do. 3 of the AKs recovered. And you know, it's still fun, though. Still got an MP9 in the mix, so that's always a good time.
Yeah, 3 AKs, that's certainly going to hurt. And if Akimbo can't find themselves a few kills, even on this half eco round, it's certainly going to hurt because you don't want, in MR12, you really don't want the CT economy to build up as Taggy making his way fast onto the A site out of the Palace position. Going to be running straight into CT. Looks like the buddy system here. We have 3 terrorists grouped up here in T-Spawn. Flash coming out. Can they get anything off at KMRN? He's here with the AK, gets 1, not 2. Weeza there to trade it, and the trades for the CTs all here. Heiza and Cajun coming in. This should be an easy retake, but Akimbo certainly going to enjoy the money off of this plan.
Absolutely. The Tech 9 rounds, you never know how that's going to go, but it seems like they did a fantastic job nonetheless. Then we've still got 2 that went down. So that is rifling money out of the hands and money into their pockets. But, you know, those Tech 9 rounds, they can either go really, really well or, you know, you do a solid round, but it's like a, what's the term that I've been told? It's like 80% of the time, it works 60% of the time.
Yeah, we see the force buy rounds, or at least the half buy rounds, finding a lot more success these days. T-side strats, not what they used to be. There's a little more oomph to them.
Yeah. Yeah, some of those scrappy rounds can really come out ahead. So it's one of those, you know, do you do it on your own or do you wait until you're forced to do it? You know, there's definitely some meta there that you could do and try it out. But we're going to start it off. People are getting smoked off, but we do have the AWP making its appearance, the Arctic making it into the ring. And so we'll see. It's going to be an op v op action, doing op stuff to each other. And, well, maybe not. Sam's going to go ahead and take down Weeza, so unfortunately that's already gone. Oh, no.
And just nothing getting going for Akimbo on this T side. This Zomblers defense is looking absolutely immaculate right now. And you have to notice, Akimbo was forced to really respect that possible mid aggression. You can tell the conditioning is there. Zomblers has been so aggressive mid. They threw those smokes and flashes, and you could see Akimbo was not willing to push up behind boxes. They had to hold there, and while that happened, while they're waiting, their teammates dying on the A side, leaving it in a 3v5.
Yep, and at least they have the bomb, so that's at least great. Now we do have at least two making their way to the A site, trying to get it. Taggy is able to get the tag, but maybe pop in this corner. We'll have to wait and see if we can make this happen. Going for the push, gets the spray. The Opper both are down, so that's going to be fantastic. Not as worry about that anymore, but they still got one coming from behind. That's going to be Cajun grabbing two. Halen cleans it up, but it's still a 1v2.
Taggy, he was instrumental in the Akimbo win on their T side yesterday on this very map, so good to see him starting off strong again, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be enough as Halen, new addition, seeing if they can get anything done here in the 2v1 would have to be something incredible. As coming around, the smoke does get one, but not ready for the second in jungle. HoopsWillCast there to get the trade, and Zomblers 5-0 to start.
Yep, these rounds have definitely not lingered on any longer than they absolutely need to, and so now full buys coming up again. See what's possible. We got we at least have, we got one Galil. I always like to see it come into the play. We still have the op coming back in for the side of Zomblers, so we'll be seeing that again. But we'll see if Sam's going to have that in his possession for the whole time or not. And we're off to the races. Looks like we're going to have a nice hard and heavy push going towards the back alleys over to B, potentially. At least that's where they're setting up. There's still always time to swoop back around, but we'll see if they can grab an opener.
Aggie looking for another entry, and he's going to be good for it. As you can see, this guy on their T side, absolutely instrumental, and more mid respect coming out. That smoke really deterring these Ts from getting this mid presence down early. And it looks like it will be the pinch here. Taggy got that underpass control. Drew from the catwalk going to be able to trade out on a KMRN, and Alula finding one on a Sam. Finally, Akimbo making something happen on this T side from that mid presence, and it looks like it's going to be a forced save here from Zomblers unless they're willing to risk the retake in the 2v4 with the op.
That would be a bit of a risky play. They do have the rounds to roughly play with that, but at this point it looks like they're going to go ahead and double up here and hang out. They're going to go ahead and retreat. Cajun making his way around, keeping it clear. But yeah, definitely keeping that AWP in their pocket. It's definitely be worth it in the long run. I mean, they have some okay money, like Cajun has some decent money. But he's the only one that could really do some good buys here. And so they're going to hold it. The bomb's going to detonate. It's going to be going away. They got to retreat, and hopefully everybody lives.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, the CTs could drop one rifle. Not going to be able to afford two, so you have to imagine there's a save coming out. Unless they're feeling themselves. They are up 5-1, so they might be feeling a little spry. Might be feeling like forcing around this op and this M4, and as I'm talking about it, here come the guns. Certainly going to be lacking in utility a little bit, but they are feeling like they are the better team right now, willing to throw down.
Yep, and going a little bit of glass cannony. We got half with Kevlar, so that's okay. But definitely looking good for the side of Akimbo. They've got everything they could possibly want here in their pockets and all the utility that they could want. So they're going to see if they can make use of it and keep down that op no matter where it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be hanging out during the connector, so if they're not careful and they go ahead and push mid, that could be a bad time potentially.
Yeah, and the smoke not down this time, but still the unwillingness to take this mid aggression early. Those first few rounds really having an impression on Akimbo for this entire half, as it looks like they will be going back toward mid again, not meeting the same sort of resistance they have so far. So they must be wondering where the CTs are. But Halen coming through with a flash. Drew gonna be able to get one. There's the trade from Camro, excuse me, as now the 4v4.
All right, we're going to have a trade here as well. 1-for-1. Weeza, Lula, both able, one going down, one getting the kill. And so Lula basically is opening up the site. Everybody's kind of here. We just got to wait for the bomb carrier to make their way in, which they're going to go ahead and do that rotation, but they've got to move in fast because it's still a 3-3. Now, if they watch it, which Taggy really trying to keep his head down, but unfortunately gets it dinked off, so they're going to have to play at a disadvantage here. And they still got to get it planted, but oh no! Oh, and the 3-piece to end it from HoopsWillCast.
Yeah, Zomblers, they changed up the defense a little bit that round. You could see they were not putting up that same resistance mid that they have been all game, really giving it up, letting the terrorists take that space on A, and as you can see, Akimbo, they really weren't sure what to do with the space. They haven't been able to find it all game, and all of a sudden it was just gifted to them. Bomb lagging behind a little bit, getting stuck in those spots, and without any utility left, all they had was a molly and a flash, no smokes to hold off the angles. And as you can see, Zomblers coming away with that one.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, they got that unexpected availability, so they used it, but HoopsWillCast really just came in clutch there, grabbing all three of them. Definitely not what they were expecting here. So, I mean, we're seeing some defaults as we see that, we always have at least two going mid. And Akimbo likes to hang out here before they scoot around. They like to wait some time, either, wasting it, letting the smokes die out, whichever. But trying to get some sprays through here. Sam's going to take down Weeza. Taggy looks like he's going to pop this corner with Cajun, so we're going to see potentially a Southern interaction.
Backing off is Taggy, as thinking about now what could have been as the smoke does come out from Cajun. The game sense in full effect there. Both players looking like they knew something was afoot. And coming over to Alula, thinking about getting Froggy in this peeking into the op, and Camero not going to miss that one. An absolute sitter, but it looks like it might just be a bait. As Akimbo over here on the B side looking like they're ready for the B hit, but the CTs, they are rotating there onto this one, sending two, one through underpass, one coming through market, and this is going to be a B hold 3v3, or 2v3, excuse me, for now until the flank comes in. But all that info from HoopsWillCast getting passed on, gets one from behind his Cajun there to trade out. And honestly, Halen wasn't even sure that the shot came from behind. Cajun able to get another, and Zomblers, they are looking unstoppable on this defense, 7-1.
Yeah, their defense is absolutely holding rock hard right now. I mean, they only have, we've passed the halfway point by, 2 rounds here. And it doesn't look like it's going to be stopping. So there's got to be something froggy's got to be done to kind of break up that just absolute ridiculous defense that Zomblers is bringing. And it's not even that they just have ridiculous defenses. I mean, their crosshairs are on point tonight. I mean, really. They're hitting exactly where they need to do, and they're just dinking heads. And HoopsWillCast is really doing a lot.
Look at it. HoopsWillCast is just an absolute auto turret right now. I don't know if you've ever played Killing Floor, but he's like those little guns you just put in the air, and they just shoot everything. He just isn't missing right now. The guy is going absolutely nuclear. Coming in top frag, 13 kills, top frag in the server, and on that 13 kills, 76% headshot. Man is shooting skulls.
Yeah, that is some crazy headshot accuracy, and definitely has done his practicing. Definitely make sure that he does his aim training for sure, because that is some crazy just headshots. Now again, we could be seeing it. It could change a little bit as we go forward, but I don't think it is, because there's another one. So HoopsWillCast's coming around. He's gonna grab 2, and that is what? That is his 3rd.
This man is putting Zomblers on his back right now. I don't even know if it's necessary, but he's saying, give me the controls, let me cook. They're just letting him do whatever he wants. That man pushed underpass, threw out the flash. He knows Taggy has been playing that aggro all game and absolutely punishing it. And even with the info, he pops out of underpass and gets 2 more with 3 Ts sitting mid. It's absolutely insane. I have no idea how he got away with that one.
I have no idea either. I mean, this guy, he's pretty much good for 2-3 kills around, and then that just leaves 4 people on his team to get, what, 2-3 kills? He's just
making it easy.
Yeah, I mean, he's just cutting the team in half by himself, which they've got, Akimbo's definitely got to find some kind of potential something to take him down.
And here we do have the trades. Akimbo, for a second, found themselves in a favorable spot, but HoopsWillCast just not missing, pops out from that default position, is able to get another, and it looks like this face-off on B is going to determine a lot of the round, but Taggy not looking willing to take it. He knows the AKs are in the hands of the CTs, and with the Galil himself, he is certainly at a loss here in this position. He will be backing out, looking to team up with Drew. And I don't know if you saw the match yesterday, but Drew was absolutely nuts. This man was ripping heads, much like HoopsWillCast is doing currently. So if he could have himself around right now, he's only at 4 kills. Mind you, he is the IGL, so fragging not necessarily his responsibility, but when his team needs him, he seems to step up, so let's see if he can do something here.
Yeah, 23 kills is nasty for what he had yesterday, so I'd more than happy if he would just go ahead and turn that on right now to go ahead and grab a couple of these rounds. But different day, different time. But Heiza's on the prowl, and he is gonna pop up here. No, with the headshot again. It's up to Drew. He's gonna pop this corner. He gets the taps. He is actually able to take down Heiza, so he's gonna open it up to a 1v2. But let's see if he can make something. There's 20 seconds left. He's got to get that bomb planted.
Yeah, only 20 seconds, but I like the way he played it. A little slow, trying to bait out the B rotation, but not going to be ready for Sam. Was hoping he had convinced them that he was taking it toward B, but a 2v3, not going to be able to go the way of Akimbo. And now 10-1, the best they can do is 10-2. I mean, Mirage, it's certainly slightly CT-sided, but it's definitely not this CT-sided.
No, definitely not. I feel like Zomblers took that zombie gene that they had and just cultivated Heiza in a test tube to just be the best, to, just pull the genetics from all the best of the players and just made them into one.
It really does feel like that. And let me ask, if you're Akimbo right now, what do you do?
I mean, I don't know. You might be able to... Oh, there we go. Weeza getting the op in hand. Okay, which is usually pretty good. That's at least 2. All right. SMG action. I like it. Got to get that fast and dirty.
Well, reckless abandon. I guess that's what you do. Weeza taking matters into his own hands, saying, I'm tired of losing. Gets that kill in Palace onto the op, or picks up the op and hits a beautiful shot on the jungle holder. And bomb was left all the way in T-spawn, so going to be a bit of a journey to get it back. But Cajun, I imagine there's nothing to do in what is now a 1v3 as he does manage to get that spam through the smoke.
There it is. There it is.
Going to be able to pick up a second with Alula finishing it off from that window position.
Man, Heiza at 18 kills. My goodness. We're on the first half.
Yeah, and he's got the damage to show for it, too. This man is not just picking off weak people. He is doing the work.
But guess what? We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna change sides. We're gonna switch over. We're gonna rack it, stack it, and try it again. Let's see if their offense is as good as their defense. We'll see what Akimbo can do. They got to shake it off a little bit, maybe a little bit of a timeout, but we'll see what happens if they decide that they need to call that. But this is the pistol. This would be absolutely huge for Akimbo to be able to grab.
Yeah, and I'm interested to see Drew. He is that B anchor. He plays this absolutely to perfection. And I'm wondering if Zomblers did their research and saw that they could exploit that A defense a little bit from Akimbo, who did have a rough time of it yesterday. It looks like he will be able to draw the molly out. Heiza just taking one single Glock shot and trading $600 worth of utility for it. So certainly a good trade. And that is prompting a bit of the rotate from the T's, as you see. They're moving that bomb away from A site as they were prepped to do and moving toward mid to B. So it might be a split coming in.
Yep, a little bit of a fake, a little bit of everything, kind of get them off guard. And so it looks like they're going to do that and going to go ahead and fake it out. And that is exactly what they're trying to do. But they got to call from extra help because they're hearing stuff. They're hearing all this extra loud elephant stomping action. But then look at that. Weeza going to go ahead and start it off first with Cam getting taken down. Weeza trying to do some jiggles, but not enough. Sam grabs 2, both Drew and Weeza.
Drew, I was talking him up, but he falls pretty early. And Akimbo, they cannot afford to just save or back off. They're going to have to go for this 2v4. Can they get anything done? No. Sam with a third, taking the fight on Cat, going for his 4th. Not going to be able to find the taps, but this is certainly going to be a Zomblers round. And going to be going up 11-2 on this one. Akimbo really needed that round and couldn't find it. Going to be tough to come back into this one now.
Yeah, it's not over yet. It's still within that, not necessarily the sweaty zone yet. 12 would be that sweaty zone, but we're going to see a little bit of force up and see what can be done here.
I don't know. I might be sweating a little if I'm Akimbo.
I mean, it's still in the, it's real hot, but, when you at least have one buffer round, though, right here.
Yes, you do. And as we talked about earlier, we alluded to it, the half buys, the force buys, they are much more potent these days, and you cannot count them out by any means. So if Akimbo can find something here on this defense, they can poise themselves for a comeback, but it does have to start right here.
Absolutely. And so we'll see if they push up too far, maybe, where they're getting basically in the same positions where they could just put the barrel right in their ear and just pull the trigger. So we'll see what's possible here. Lula down here at the bottom. They're going to go ahead and try and get that push, but the Cajun's going to be too strong. He's almost down. But a 1v1 definitely did not work out too well in that favor.
No, and Alula going to be wanting that fight back. Had an opportunity there with the MP9, but wasn't quite able to find it. The MP9, she can be a cruel mistress. That bullet spray can be a bit tough to control sometimes. We'll have to see what else can get done as Cajun coming in with 2. And now Zomblers in the 5 versus 2. CT is nowhere to be found. A-site free for the taking, and this almost certainly has to be Zomblers going up to 12. Weeza trying to get something done with it. Gonna farm a bit of cash. Only 8 HP left though. Molly at his back. KMRN at his front, taking him out, leaving it just to Drew with an MP9 in the 1v4. Able to get 1. Can he get anything else? Just going to be looking to do some damage, you have to imagine. Tap, tap, tap. Bursty with the MP9. Oof. Camero going to finish it off, and that is Zomblers going to match point. 10 chances to finish this one off.
Yeah. It's better no late than never. But the only problem is with that force up, it really put a real big drag onto the economy right here for Akimbo. So we do have a FAMAS coming in, but yeah, okay, 2 FAMASs. There we go. So we got 2 FAMASs and some MP9s. Gonna go ahead and pull it out, see what they could do. Again, like I said, the scrappy buys. It's always a toss up. Because some rounds where you're like, yeah, this is never going to work. It'll do it. So, not going to count them out yet. They're going to go for the barrel stuffs here. They're going to see what they can do for that extra damage. Drew's going to get 1, but Sam, Heiza, Sam again. This is not good. Down to 2.
And Drew, he even took himself off the B site for this one. He said, let me help you out, but will it be enough? Weeza trying to get something done. Makes it close, but Camro finishing it off in absolutely dominant fashion. Zomblers taking this one 13-2. Heiza, 150 ADR on 20 kills.
Wow.
80% headshot. This man just absolutely Goomba stomped every single person in this lobby.
Yeah, like I said, I feel like they just cultivated him in a test tube and just like built their own, super player. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a 150 ADR in a game at all.
Nuts.
Like, he is hitting way above his weight belt.
Yeah, Heiza with a career performance. But thank you for joining me for the cast.
Absolutely.
It was beautiful to do, and I appreciate you coming by.
Absolutely, Hoops. Thank you so much as well for being here, for helping me witness what kind of crazy shenanigans Heiza just created for us, and it was something to see. I don't think I've ever seen an ADR that high. Just physically being able to see that personally. So that's definitely something to put in the books.
Yeah, as Counter-Strike will tell you in the tips, sometimes your opponent is just having a good day.
That is true. Sometimes, even they don't even have to have a good day. It could just be just not the day that it needs to be for you. So, I mean, whether whichever way it goes, it could be either or. But yes, sir. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. I'll let you go back to yours. And thank you guys as well. That is not what we were expecting. Yes, Pop, I do get to keep it for another day. But would have loved to see the W come about. So, guys, thank you so much for being here. We're going to go to a quick intermission real quick, and we're going to see about if anybody wants to come in for the interview here. So we'll go ahead and see what we can do to get somebody in here from the team of Akimbo, see who wants to hop in. So, guys, hang out with me for just a little bit, and I'll be right back.
That kind of just lets the round fall apart there. It's kind of hard to call it back when we give up like so many early picks that aren't tradable. So gotta get those trades coming out early,
Yeah, absolutely. And, it's one of those things to where once everything is kind of going all the way through and about, things just unfortunately fall apart there. And, we just have to, with things doing what they do, we have to be able to adapt to it. And unfortunately, the way it seemed to have went, it did not necessarily go that way, too smoothly this time around. But that's okay. There's always some more games, later on and everything. Actually, here, give me just 1 second just here. Looks like it's giving some extra problems here, so no problems, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick and dirty fix to go ahead and make this happen perfect. All right, so now you should be good to go.
Okay. I was just gonna say, looks like we only have 4 matches left in the season. I believe we might have to win out in order to make playoffs. I think that's how it would work. So
Yeah,
maybe 8 wins would get me there too. Actually, I'm not too sure about that, but yeah.
I do
Just
believe
looking ahead.
definitely needing to have. I think it's just pretty much straight wins that need to be done all the way through. I think there might be one L. I think I was chatting with Mike a little bit about that. I think it's up to 6 that can be done.
Yeah. Okay, that would make sense.
Yeah, so I
'Cause
think
I'm just looking at the standings right now. Yeah, that would make sense.
yeah, so there we go. Minimum 8 to 6. So
Yeah.
I was trying to confirm that from our DMs, but yeah. So it looks like so there's still some viability here, and we got Tribe coming up, Victor, Zero Marksman, and Kings of the North. So there's definitely some possibilities there.
Yeah, definitely all teams we played before. Teams are pretty prepared for. This team, obviously, we're very prepared for as well. We played them a lot last season. I think like 7 times or something like that. Something weird, like twice in the postseason, and yeah. So, yeah, we were pretty familiar with how these guys play. Just couldn't really get the trades going. So, and any
Yeah.
pistols either. So yeah, it's really hard.
Yeah, we've talked too much in the past about the pistols, about how that is, just grabbing one is fine, and the subsequent round, like I say, we saw that you guys tried to do with a little bit of that force up there, to try and get it on that last on the end instead of going into it, and
Yeah.
it just did. Unfortunately, with Heiza on an absolute terrorist streak, it was just definitely hard to combat against. I mean, basically, even with 2 or 3 people, that bad things were happening. But if there was anything else that you guys could go back and change, obviously the match is over. But if you could, what was anything that you guys would want to change?
Definitely our CT pistol. That one was a little underprepared. We thought they'd do something that they didn't necessarily do, and definitely play a lot faster towards mid early. I know some of the timings were it might have seemed a little weird. We were playing really slow in middle, and then we started like speeding up a lot. But I think we should have done that a little earlier. Maybe right after we won that first late mid round. I think would have really caught them off guard and helped us get our trades into it. Just trying to
Yeah,
take a little faster timing out mid.
yeah, go a little bit faster, meet them right in their faces before they
Yeah.
even have a chance to really get into their positions or
Yeah,
get
because he's
ready.
pushing under, he's pushing Valley every round. So yeah, just like meet him there.
Yeah. Yeah, just go ahead and meet him as he's going under. You might be able to get him from the back, and so yeah, there's definitely would have been something to add into the mix. But everything is always a learning experience, right? So now that you have a little bit more experience with him and a little bit more with how he's playing with Zomblers, and so definitely something to put into the books if you have to go up to him against him again, to go ahead and have those plans in place to try and catch him off guard.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So as far as the upcoming matches, like I said, you guys have a few on the way, and so definitely looking forward to seeing those coming about, which we do have. The next one will be for tomorrow, which is going to be Tribe. So hopefully you guys get some good studying in, good practice in, because I know that's going to be on the books for either tonight or tomorrow. So hopefully everything goes good and swell for you guys in the training period.
Yeah, well, hey, thanks. I appreciate it. And yeah, we'll definitely be in those demos, definitely in those DM servers, grinding it out. So we need to win these.
Yep, absolutely. So, Drew, appreciate it. It's always a pleasure. Glad to see you back in order and with the cam this time. Loved having Taggy, though. Never fear to send him in. Always love having him.
All right.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Drew. Thank you guys so much. And also let the team know GG's, and we'll see him on the next one.
All right, cool. Peace out.
Thank you so much. And guys, thank you as well for staying here, hearing the interview with Drew. Thank you so much for also hanging out through that game. It was a little bit faster than I think we expected, but ultimately it's, again, a learning experience, and things will be moved forward and put in for next time. So it'll be a good time. We still have that leeway that we were talking about. We still have at least one loss to wiggle in to still qualify, so we're still in a great position. And considering the teams that are coming up, they've got some experience with them all. So hopefully that those study sessions and those things will be able to come into play quite nicely. So appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. I've been Amaster, and if you guys want to check me out, anything, Amaster15.com is where you can find all that stuff at. But you guys have a lovely evening. Same for the team as well, to go ahead and shake it off on this one and get ready for tomorrow's game, as that will be for Tribes. And again, you guys, don't forget to follow the channel as well, and go ahead and subscribe and everything that you know that you need to do to be a part of this journey. And I will see you guys hopefully here on the next one. But if not, somebody will be here from LCA Broadcast to be able to make this action happen. So you guys have a great evening. Appreciate it. And I'll see you on the next one.